Well, hello hover friends. Are you tired of trying to attach your number plate light board to your hover when you're cruising? Trying to hang it on the back with bungees, arriving home to find it's fallen off and broken your light? Well, I've got a little how-to that might help out with that. Making up a couple of simple pins and nuts that you can bolt through the back of the hull to attach your light board. These stay in place on the craft and let you fix your light board on in just a couple of seconds, and I'll show you how. The first job is drill a couple of holes through the back of your hull on approximately the same exactly the same spacings that you've got on your lighting board. Here are the pins installed. They're really easy to get in. You can reach through from the inside of the plenum chamber and it's easier to reach than it is to film, and you can get the nut on the inside there. I'll show you in a minute how I made the little pins. They're very simple. They're just M10 stainless steel bolts and nuts with the head cut off, the end turned down so it looks nice, cross drilled hole. And remember, because we're using stainless steel fasteners together, there's a risk that these will gall and they'll pick up on the thread, so it's important use some kind of anti-galling grease or something like that. I prefer nuclear grade. Now we can see the lighting board on. Literally takes 2 seconds to put it on and take it off. Just held on with some stainless R clips through the hole that we drilled in the bolt. Let's look how we made the bolts. So as I said outside, this is really simple. We just start off with a couple of M10 stainless steel bolts, some nuts, some big washers and a couple of R clips. All these components are stainless steel. They're pretty cheap, pretty easy to get hold of. For this kind of stuff I generally use Toolstation. Probably not the best quality, but plenty good enough for this. So let's make them into some trailer board pins. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to saw the head off the bolt and get it ready to use as a pin. Stainless steel saws reasonably well if you've got a decent hacksaw blade. The thing with it is it work hardens, so once you're cutting you need to keep cutting, and a normal hacksaw blade will go through it well enough. Nearly there. Okay, that's not too bad, but a bit nasty, so let's tidy it up in the lathe. Okay, so if we just pop these in the lathe, we can just tidy the end up. Not absolutely necessary, but it just makes it look a bit nicer, because this is going to be sticking out the back of your craft. And all we're doing is facing the end. See if the tool's on centre height. Yeah, not too bad. And then we'll just put a little chamfer on. And there we go. Okay, so now that's done, we just need to put a centre punch mark here so we can do the cross drilling. Not super critical where it is, but somewhere near the end. Let's go over to the drill and we'll cross drill them. Okay, so I've got it in the drill. If this was a super accurate job, we would probably set this up properly in the milling machine so that we can be 100% certain we're going to pass through exactly the centre. This is good enough to sight it up by eye. Now, I said before, stainless steel can work hard and it can be a bit tricky to drill. So I'm using some cobalt drill bits, nice and sharp. And the thing with stainless is once you've started cutting, keep going so it doesn't work harden. So let's see how we get on. Not very well with the fairy liquid. That's cutting nice enough. If it was a bigger hole or we were going much deeper, I'd probably give it a drink with a bit of soluble oil, but that's cut lovely. We'll deburr it now with a slightly bigger drill and just to give us a chamfer as well. Okay, so with a little bit of a bigger drill, we can just put a little chamfer on there. Just makes it easier to put the pin in. Okay, and so there we go. There's the finished articles that you saw us install in the craft before. Easy enough to make at home, but if you haven't got the facilities or you don't want to, get in touch and I'll make you up a set. Thanks for watching.